We are planning the first ever influencer style wedding brand trip.
We're in end times here, folks.
And hi, if there are any brands that want to get involved or if you guys have any ideas, please let me know down below.
Oh yeah, I really want to spend my afternoon tagging brands for you that can help sponsor your wedding. Think for 2 seconds about what you're asking right now. And not only that, the greed. These people are in constant vacation mode and they have the audacity to ask for more free things. Tell me more about how companies love to profit on people's insecurities and profit off women hating themselves. And then you do a let me purr ad.
And let me just say, they taste good. Have fun.
What the hell is going on? I just gotta be honest. The only way that this can go farther is that your officiant of your wedding is Jake from State Farm. I think that's where we're heading, guys. A sponsored bachelorette trip. I've never heard of anything like this before. I suspect that this is only the beginning. In partnership with Clear Blue, they got the rights to the announcement that she would be having a baby. This new trend of influencers sponsoring their most precious moments has really disturbed me. And it's something that, quite frankly, I've never seen before. And I have to ask, where is this going? When does this stop? Okay, the weddings, the baby stuff, exploiting your relationship for views. You're selling ad space at your wedding. The one day of your life that's supposed to be sentimental is now sponsored. What's going on is my question. And hopefully we're going to get to the bottom of it today. As always, if you like these types of videos, subscribe if you're not subscribed already and hit the like button. Well, guys, this video came across my desk and I was almost rendered speechless. Okay, this is the state of influencer culture.
We are not having a wedding.
Well, kind of.
Instead, we are planning the first ever influencer style wedding brand trip.
Influencer style wedding brand trip. We're in end times here, folks. They're fast approaching. Okay, it's bad.
And we'll be spam posting like crazy.
Spam posting my wedding like crazy. Now look, I just gotta say something here. All right, it's very reminiscent to me of the MLM boss babes that used to brag that they were cold calling people and cold messaging people about their MLM marketing scheme from the labor and delivery room as they were giving birth. That's what this feels like to me. We're gonna be spam posting, live posting on our wedding day. I gotta question if people are getting married for the right reasons at this point.
We went back and forth on whether we wanted to elope, have a traditional wedding, have a destination wedding, and then it hit us. Let's just throw a brand trip.
And the brand is us.
I think it's pretty obvious at this point that the term influencer has largely become a pejorative term, something that people look at negatively, not positively. And really, I think that's because of all of the sellout behavior that we've seen influencers do. To me, this was always where we were headed. People monetizing their most private, precious moments, selling ad space on their wedding day, allowing brands to sponsor their wedding, doing these branded trips full of consumerism and overconsumption. So why anyone would want to do an influencer style wedding day or theme is really just beyond me, okay? Because I think really most people see it as people that put greed above their own virtue. This is just shocking, quite frankly, and I don't even know what the hell this means.
Think tripping with Tarte, but we're tripping down the aisle.
Oh, I'm sorry. What is going on?
And instead of influencers attending, it's literally our parents and our siblings. We booked a huge 20-person villa that literally looks like it's on Love Island. And we're going to a beach destination, but we won't tell you where yet.
Oh, good. I'm hanging on the edge of my seat here. I can't wait till they do the beach island reveal for this hugely excessive, out-of-touch wedding that this is bound to be. If you're doing anything in the style of tripping with Tarte, which is in most people's opinions extremely unrealistic, it's excessive. No one wants to see these stupid brand trips, tripping with Tarte. Like, they work on no one. I've said this before about these brand trips, but I really think that they function largely as psychological tools used against influencers in order to procure their loyalty to the brand or inspire aspiring influencers to post about, like, let's say Tarte, for example, in order to be able to hopefully go to a tripping with Tarte brand trip or, insert whatever other brand trip. No regular people are actually really buying these things because they saw it on an influencer brand trip. In general, I would say, like, people are just not falling for that crap anymore if they ever were. I think that it's very revealing in a way that these two are so enticed by the idea of these brand trips because that's what they value. I think that's what a lot of influencers value is just tons of free crap and going on these, excessive things that they can post about and get as much content from and like stunt on other people. I'm just saying it.
We are going to have a fully planned itinerary. The rooms will be decorated and filled with gifting.
So stupid. Guys, the consumerism of it all really is just, it's got to stop. Like, this is my point. Okay. Wedding culture has just become so distorted from the original purpose of, marriage and like celebrating people's love. It's become so commercialized and contrived and for social media. And now people have to go to these destinations and it's all about buying things and like filling the rooms and giving people goodie bags. And you got to do these crazy bachelorette trips and give people whole heaps of crap and that they don't need. And, it's just become so much about buying stuff and spending money. People have completely lost the plot, genuinely.
Every night we'll have a different theme and dress code. The fridge will be fully stocked and the meals are going to be iconic. And we're going to be posting the entire thing.
Oh, we know. You said you're going to be spam posting.
This is pretty much going to be the most iconic family vacation ever, and it's going to be so nice for our families to get really close. And hi, if there are any brands that want to get involved, or if you guys have any ideas, please let me know down below.
The dry begging, it just never ends. It's just like, it knows no bounds. These influencers, they never stop. Whatever they can try to get for free, they do. And what disgusts me to no end is the greed. This girl has like 12 million followers on TikTok. Okay, 12 million followers, and she's asking for free stuff. Hey, just buy it. But they can't even do that. They have to annoy the rest of us by just openly dry begging. Once again, this is my problem that I have, okay? You're shouting into the void. You don't even care what brand. You want to put us to work. Yeah, oh yeah, I really want to spend my afternoon tagging brands for you. That's actually my idea of a perfect afternoon is I'm going to sit there and tag brands that can help sponsor your wedding. What? Think for 2 seconds about what you're asking right now. And not only that, the greed. How much money and free stuff do you need? Why are you asking for more? Why are you asking for free stuff when you get free stuff every single day by being an influencer? Why? You probably make somebody's yearly salary in one brand deal. Yet here you are asking for more free stuff. You're selling ad space at your wedding and being like, yeah, I'll promote it. Yeah, who cares? Any brands want to join in on this? Stop begging for Stop. It's annoying to everybody. And it's not good content. Not inspiring. Not aspiring. It's not motivational in any way. It doesn't improve our lives in any way. It's just annoying. So stop. We are allowing sponsors in for our wedding day.
Let's get married.
This was the caption. Please give us your ideas down below and tag some brands that you would think would want to participate. Let's get married. Girl, we have lost the damn plot at this point. We have genuinely lost the plot. Okay, so dystopian, somebody says. A wedding is supposed to be about love. No longer. Not in influencer days. No. This has to be rage bait. So weird. Immediately everyone's like, what the heck is going on? What do you mean influencer style wedding brand trip where you're the brand? You saying if any brands want to get involved is basically hoping brands would want to pay for a destination wedding. Yeah. She clarifies and says, guys, we're paying for everything, which, hopefully that's true. Okay. She says, we're paying for everything. We're paying for the whole villa and, blah, blah, blah. But we're just like wanting to see if any brands would want to like send stuff for the goodie bags. Girl, stop. Just stop. We're not stupid. If a brand came in and they're like, hey, we'll pay for the, the private flights for everybody to get out there, you wouldn't take it? You're casting a net, hoping that somebody bites. And you're fishing for any brand to sponsor this thing so you don't have to pay for it. It's just so obvious. Like, we're not stupid. Tacky, which is on brand. Yeah. You guys should have a videographer film it like a reality show. She goes, that's iconic. Yeah. Oh yeah. Making everything a reality show. Everything's a spectacle. What's the real reason you're getting married? I want to know. It seems like you hatched up this little scheme, okay, to maximize content, try to get some followers because it's worked for other people in the past, to be spam posting their wedding and live updating people, bringing people into this parasocial relationship that we're creating. If you had one that was more realistic, it just doesn't bring in the same kind of views. I love that you're not doing a traditional wedding, girl. Come on. This isn't even a wedding. It's a brand trip. TikTokifying your damn wedding. You know what? I just think it's sad, personally. It's supposed to be sentimental, about unifying two people who love each other, and it's not about like doing sponsorships, okay, or brand deals, or turning into one big event where you can try to sell things to people or try to get followers. It's just insane. I thought this was satire. Oh, no. Y'all are tripping, all right. Yeah. No, they're tripping down the aisle. You don't understand. Okay, you just don't understand. They're tripping down the aisle. The jealousy in the comment section is wild. We just want to celebrate our love with our family and vacay. Okay, sure, guys. Yep, we're all jealous. No, a lot of us just think this is the most sordid pile of shit idea that has ever been concocted, quite frankly. Girl, I love you, but what? This sounds like Michaela's wedding. I wonder who will sponsor this wedding, LOL. And then she replies, God forbid a girl wants to gift her family some cool things in the room. We paid for everything else. Girl, ain't nothing funny, all right? Asking for free stuff. I do not care that you paid for everything. You know what? I certainly hope that you have, because you've got enough cash. I know that for sure. Okay. If you can pay for a 20-person villa, Love Island style villa, and you have everything stocked and you have this illustrious itinerary with different themes every single day, which, you know, is so over the top, just yuck. Then why can't you pay for the goodie bags for your family as well? There's no defense. Like, there's no going back. You can't put the cat back in the bag. You got online. You begged for brand integrations for your wedding day. It's insane that you would do that. So in other words, having a destination wedding and hoping brands will pay for it, it just feels tacky. She goes, luckily, it's our wedding. You are getting ratioed in your own comments. You're not winning the battle or the war. So basically, they just want someone else to pay for their wedding. Yeah. You know, and I hate to say it as well, but I have the strongest secondhand embarrassment from the conviction in which they're speaking about this idea. And then no one thought it was a good idea. And then we have this. You two are the most iconic brand. We'd love to help. Here's another one. We'd love to participate, tripping down the aisle, glowing. Look, I think most people at this point avoid the companies that get themselves involved with these types of influencer antics and shenanigans. They avoid them like the plague. Somebody goes, wait, this is so smart. But I'm sorry, I thought this was satire. Planning this without set branding is crazy. You should have reached out before even planning this. We've got to go deeper than this. Why are we even doing this to begin with? Okay, why are we even trying to line up a sponsorship for our wedding? Okay, say it out loud and say it back to yourself. Say it in the mirror 3 times. Why? Why are we even doing this? It's unconscionable to me. And guys, here's the best part. The same person that got online and asked her followers to tag brands to help sponsor her wedding and help pay for her wedding is now going on a private jet on vacation. Okay? When it's a girl's trip plus your fiance, and she's getting on a private charter plane. These people are so beyond out of touch, I actually don't even know what to say anymore. Okay, so you want to get online, you want to ask for free things, and here you are, you're on a private jet. In my opinion, you shouldn't even be caught dead on a private plane in today's day and age, okay? Not even realizing how disturbingly out of touch you are. Your biggest problem is getting sponsors for your wedding. And you're posting stuff like this. I mean, I don't even know what to say. My reaction to flying in a private charter for the first time, okay? So life goes on for these people. They just don't care. Do they see the optics of what they're doing? Yeah, really relatable video. Oh, guys, look at me being so scared of my private jet. I'm so relatable. I literally never said this was relatable at all, and I've posted 1 million times on multiple platforms saying how this is the most insane thing ever. What difference does a disclaimer make? Why are you doing this? Why are you posting this stuff?
I haven't been home in 3 weeks. And I have so much to do. Let's do it.
She hasn't been home in 3 weeks. These people are in constant vacation mode, and they have the audacity to ask for more free things. It's so out of touch. Here's her on a sponsored cruise, my home for the week. It's so insane. I can't believe my eyes. How am I here? These people, all they do is go on vacation.
I'm so concerned. I think they literally gave us the wrong room, because what the freak is going on, guys? Come inside. This is our room on a cruise. Babe, do you want to come join me? Oh wait, sorry, there's actually 2 levels.
People were pissed off about this, and rightfully so. I'm disturbed by everything influencers do, but pretending like they gave you the wrong room and you're on a sponsored cruise, it's so disingenuous. It's so contrived. It's so out of touch with reality, especially even of the moment right now. What is this, like $20,000 for this room? I just gotta go on a rant. Okay, I gotta go on a rant. I know I said this, I think I said this in my last video even, but it's so true. To me, this is just the direct correlation of why this influencer culture has become so distasteful and annoying, and it just ruins really everything. All it does is just misleads people out of money, because these influencers, they don't actually pay for anything anymore. They get so much free stuff. Any review that they do, any recommendation that they make, it's not authentic, it's not genuine, because they didn't actually have to pay for it. They didn't feel the $500 come out of their bank account that the rest of us would have to pay for the product that they're endorsing. It's just such a joke. And they turn around and they try to make content that's like relatable and create these parasocial relationships with us, like as if they're the same as us. So anyway, yeah, you might be wondering, who is this person? I've never seen her before, or maybe you have seen her before. Well, to make matters worse, it only gets more out of touch when you realize that she's got almost 13 million followers on TikTok. And that's not even to say how many she has on YouTube, that she's got on Instagram. So humongous following, and yet she still has the audacity to ask for free things. Got it. And she also has a couples account with her fiance, and that's almost at 1 million followers. These two are like especially should be paying for everything and not asking for free things. And yet they still feel, because of their social media following, that they should be entitled to, more stuff. She does a lot of body positivity content. The message behind a lot of what she says and what she does and posts in her videos is like, be content with yourself. Don't fall for the highlight reel of social media, okay? Like, love yourself. Don't compare yourself to other people. And, she comments here. She goes, I was born with the purpose of making young girls never endure the body image issues that I did. And, I think that this is a really good sentiment. And look, I agree with the messaging that's being put forward here.
The beauty standard was invented to make you hate yourself so that these big companies can profit off of your insecurities. These companies and society benefits off of women hating themselves.
Big companies, you say, profiting off of insecurities, you say. Oh, I don't know, kind of like this?
Let's talk about my kitty kitty meow meow. On this account, TMI stands for Tell Me Immediately. So these are my personal hygiene tips for the girlies. This girl does not gatekeep, so let me put you on.
Tell me more about how companies love to profit on people's insecurities and profit off women hating themselves. And then you do a let me purr ad. So you mean to tell me that you're promoting a vaginal gummy to help make your whatever smell better? Once again, what's so insidious and disgusting about this is that this is a perfect example of a company that has created an insecurity in all of us that was never there to begin with and is now selling the solution back to us. Okay. And she's now a part of this problem. The hypocrisy is immense. This is preying on women's insecurities. This is telling women they need to take a vaginal gummy to help them taste better or smell better down there. This is so destructive to women. This is not something that anyone needs or even needs to be concerned with. You see what I mean when people strategically do promotions, if it means that they're going to make more money while completely ignoring the fact that it detracts from their overall message that they put forward. This is gross, especially from someone who's largely seen as a talking head of the body positivity movement, is telling women that they need to take gummies and spend money acting as a snake oil salesman. How can you tell people to love your body and love the skin you're in, and then also that they need to do all this stupid shit, buy all this stupid unnecessary crap as means of feminine hygiene? Off.
You want your kitty kitty meow meow to smell good? Let Me Purr is a vaginal probiotic that I have taken for months. And let me just say, they taste good. Have fun.
I love getting my health information from out-of-touch influencers. It's just my favorite. What the hell is going on? Can people stop doing Let Me Purr ads? I've seen enough.
This video is for the girls and the girls only. If you are not a girl, leave. Hey girly, let's go laser my kitty kitty meow meow. We just shaved her, and what do I always say? It's called down there, so you're gonna shave down there. We're here.
Here we go again.
We're doing it.
Here we go.
Laser is done. Pain, like a 4 out of 10. But reward, 10 out of 10. Feminine hygiene and taking care of yourself is always hot.
Feminine hygiene. So she does a video, which I don't even know if it's sponsored or not, but it certainly felt like it, where she's going and getting, her hair lasered off, and then calls it an act of feminine hygiene, as if hair that grows naturally on your body is unhygienic. Once again, this is the love the body you're in, girl, saying it's feminine hygiene. There's nothing unhygienic about hair that grows naturally on your body. And we've lived with it for thousands and thousands of years. This is a societal pressure that women have been put under. And it's so insane because it's like you're the one profiting off of women's insecurities under the guise that you're not. That's what's really setting me off right now. Okay, it's ticking me off. I love you so much, but hair removal isn't feminine hygiene, and we really need to stop pushing that narrative. Exactly. You know, look, she's made 5 videos now about how she wants to elope. And she's like, which one do I do? Which one do I do? I can't help but think that what's really changed is that they got this idea that they might be able to, you know, get some views, get some more money. I don't think that you make a lot of money secretly eloping. Why are you now doing the complete opposite of what you said that you were going to do?
Things I will absolutely not be doing at my wedding. So to be honest, I don't even know if I want to have a wedding. Fortunately, a destination wedding is completely out of the picture for me. I just can't have my wedding be somebody else's financial stress. I do not want to do that.
Cool. What the happened? Not only are you doing a destination wedding, you're doing a Love Island style villa wedding influencer. Wait, hold on. Influencer style wedding brand trip. I just don't understand how it swung so far in the other direction.
I am on the fence about having a wedding. I feel like it would be so romantic and so chic to just elope.
Just didn't end up aging very well. Okay, it didn't.
Things I will be doing at my wedding, if I have a wedding. And when I say if, it's because I low-key want to elope.
It's entirely possible that she's someone who's fallen victim to all of the wedding culture and seeing other people and the way they get married and feeling the FOMO of watching somebody that has a big wedding, how much they are able to talk about it and how much money and attention that they get versus people that elope. I think that that is very enticing, especially to highly impressionable people. And I think that likely that could be a reason why they've decided to change their mind. You know, in my opinion, it might even be because she recently saw a lot of shenanigans and hoopla that other influencers were doing, such as the sponsored influencer bachelorette trip.
Welcome to Air Kim. Usually planes are like dark with lighter leather.
So yeah, we have here Acquired Style, who went on a completely sponsored bachelorette trip. She got it sponsored by Swan Beauty. No one's ever heard of this company before. They had the entire group of like 20 bridesmaids and Acquired Style go on a private jet to St. Bart's. A sponsored bachelorette trip. I've never heard of anything like this before in my entire life. I suspect that this is only the beginning. Okay, I'm sick at what money can buy.
We're on our way to St. Bart's for my bachelorette. We're gonna do a little in-flight refresh. I'm using my Swan mirror. All the girlies are having a great time already. Good morning, acquired a husband. That's right.
So yeah, this is all she had to do in order to get her entire trip sponsored and basically stay in like a Love Island villa. Okay, I wonder where this idea for the tripping down the aisle trip came from. Well, maybe inspired by this, which is just exactly to my point of how they keep upping the ante and normalizing this type of, you know, behavior or these types of trips for bachelorette trips. Now they're destination trips internationally, okay, on a private jet. This is the standard that we're setting for people. We're making this a normal thing and putting this on people's feeds to watch. Like, what the hell are we doing? Is the wedding going to be an ad too? Stay tuned. I would not be surprised at this point. This is the wedding meta. We're following what other people are doing and other people in relationships that we have no idea about. We don't know these people. We don't know their character. We're following them and we're basing our own weddings off of what they do. It's completely unrealistic. It's supposed to be like the most personal thing of your entire life, yet it's completely void of any sense of self or any personality.
No tea, no shade, no disrespect. Do whatever you want, baddie, but what the do you mean? I'm supposed to shapeshift, look like a completely different person, and glow up for my wedding day. The internet is trying to tell me that I need to lose 20 pounds so that when I'm walking down the aisle, I impress the man that is already kissing the floor I walk on. I'm sorry, girl, I'm not buying it. Look good, feel good, take care of yourself, love yourself. But this whole you don't alter the dress to fit you, you alter yourself to fit the dress. What the Oh no, I'm gonna alter the dress. And when you're celebrating the fact that you're marrying the love of your life, like this is your fairy tale, you're literally spending every single day together for the rest of your life. I hope that the last thing you're worried about is your body.
So in that video, she's talking about how a lot of the, you know, beauty standards surrounding weddings are extremely harmful. And then she posts this, where she's essentially introducing new standards, okay, for, you know, women in relationships and people in relationships surrounding their wedding that have been imposed by social media. And she does that by doing this male engagement ring sponsorship. The words engagement ring or wedding ring and sponsor brand deal should not go together. The whole point is that it's a sentimental item. And now you're inviting a brand in with you. as your third. I mean, hello? You know, it's another thing that she's trying to push that women buy.
We're getting married! Engagement rings aren't only for girls. Connor surprised me with an engagement ring, but what he doesn't know is that I am surprising him with one today.
Ladies, now you gotta buy engagement rings for your fiance. Does this ever end, man? Does it ever end? Is there any place or part of a wedding that has not been infiltrated in every way by consumerism? We're there at this point. If people are sponsoring, having their wedding sponsored, we're there.
I ordered it from Dairy Ring. You guys have probably seen them before, but it's the brand where you have to physically send in a photo of your ID because...
You know, honestly, like I just gotta be honest. The only way that this can go farther is that your officiant of your wedding is like Jake from State Farm. Like that's there's something along those lines. It's like Flo from Progressive is the one who officiates you. I think that's where we're heading, guys. It can't get much worse from this moment.
You're only allowed to order for one person for your entire life. Will you marry me?
It's nice. It's like so sleek.
Forever. You even get your own diamond ring.
This is all just one big stupid marketing scheme, you know, that we're all a part of this dumb charade. And, you know, I participated in versions of this as well. And it's like, my eyes are just open now, guys. Like, why are we doing all this? All it says is paid partnership. Sponsored engagement ring. She's walking in Michaela Noguera's footsteps. I think I've seen this film before. Paid partnership is crazy. Isn't the engagement ring sentimental or sponsored? Just asking. You know what this reminds me of? Yeah, I think we were all thinking it, okay? Who was the original person that had their wedding sponsored? I would be remiss to not bring this up. You know, the Elf Michaela collab that they had for all their wedding guests. They had the Elf kissing booth. They had a brand activation at the wedding. Branded and everything, kissing booth times Elf. And, you know, unfortunately, we know how this ends. They're not even together anymore. And she has now alluded that it was like the worst relationship of all time, okay, which was not the way she presented it online. The wedding was a vehicle for content. It was a content mill. How can we get more money? Brand sponsorships, collabs, attention, followers. It was obvious that something was not right.
A few months ago, I shared that my wedding rings no longer fit me, and Cullen Jewelry reached out to us to work together to create my dream wedding rings. I am literally so excited to open it.
Dream wedding ring and engagement ring has been sponsored, okay? And she worked with a company to provide her the ring. And, you know, I just got to give a backstory because maybe some people don't know this story. Michaela told a story on her TikTok, okay? The only reason we know this is because she told us this, is that he had to sell his truck, which was the only thing that he owned, in order to pay for her ring. He had to sell something in order to get her that. And now here she is doing a sponsored collaboration with a jewelry company saying that they created her dream ring, you know, insinuating that her last ring that she had, that her, you know, ex-husband had to sell his truck in order to afford. That was not her dream ring. This is actually her dream ring. Something so sentimental. Okay, your wedding rings. We're sponsoring a wedding ring.
And when I tell you, this is literally like the rings of my dreams, rings I could have never imagined having in my life. So I am so excited to open these. If you haven't seen these yet, we wanted to share this moment with you because we literally took you on our first date. And
it's also parasocial. You know, obviously not in every case, but I think in a lot of cases that people that are willing to, you know, accept sponsorships or monetize their relationship or their wedding or their engagement or like these moments that should be protected, that's a very revealing characteristic. You know, just in my opinion, something's not right about that. I think letting brands have any say or having anything to do with you and your relationship and your love, like, I don't think it's good. No, I don't. This was the first time that we really saw something like this, and it's interesting, I think, now with the perspective of how all of this has played out. And I'm not trying to, like, you know, twist the knife or anything like that. Like, obviously it's sad that they are no longer together. I think it's a very slippery slope when you allow brands and sponsors and money enter into your relationship and essentially have a say. They have a stronghold on your love. I mean, let's think about that for a second. They're a part of it somehow. They're a benefactor of your wedding, your moment where you're always going to look back and be like, yeah, you know, and thanks to Elf and thanks to Swan And thanks to XYZ, you know, sponsored by this person. Like, I don't think it's healthy for a relationship. And who could forget that she also had done, you know, all these wedding collaborations. And, you know, I think it just puts a lot of pressure on the relationship as well. It distorts the way people see the relationship. I think it's also impossible for the influencer who is, you know, benefiting from this or doing these collaborations surrounding their relationships or their weddings and big moments. It's impossible, I think, to detach yourself from the money aspect as well. And like, you know, where your priorities lie, I think it's a very blurred line. I feel like I see the writing on the wall. I guarantee we're going to start seeing more and more influencers doing this. Obviously, you know, I would caution them against it. I would hope that we don't see this, but I have a feeling that we will. And it just causes me to think like, okay, where else is this going? Because, you know, for example, I saw this. So this is Candace King. She's an actress that was in, you know, The Vampire Diaries, and she did a paid partnership with Clear Blue announcing her pregnancy. Yeah, this was an out-of-body experience for me. In partnership with Clear Blue, they got the rights to the announcement that she would be having a baby. Okay, guys, this is where we're heading. We're having a baby. Baby Kruger coming May 2026. There's nothing more magical than seeing the word pregnant. Thank you, Clear Blue, for providing us with a clear result in words during a moment that left us speechless and overjoyed. The best gift we can hope for. You know, obviously we've seen for many years now people exploiting their children. They've, you know, put them in videos and made them work, and they've done all these things. And I just think like, you know, this child is going to grow up and see that their introduction into the world was in a paid partnership. Like, what the hell is going on? Okay. Seriously, what in the world is going on? And this wasn't the only post, by the way. Okay. There was actually two. Hashtag Clear Blue partner. What? What's next? I honestly think we're going to get to a point where people are having their child. Okay, they just birthed their child, and then they're going to be handed, you know, something to hold and taking a picture with next to the baby and being like, sponsored by Dunkin'. Running on Dunkin', brought to you by, you know, State Farm, brought to you by XYZ. That's where we're going. That's where all of this is heading. We got to put a stop to this. It's getting out of control the way that people will literally sell anything. I never thought I'd see a sponsored pregnancy reveal. No, me either. Wild to reveal and announce a pregnancy with a sponsored post, but congrats. The Clear Blue ad, Candace, please. Congrats, though. Pregnancy announcement and an ad. I gotta be honest, it's concerning what I'm seeing online. I think what's really shocking to me is the lengths that people will go to make money. They don't care what they have to sell. They don't care what they have to exploit. They don't care to attach, you know, brands and sponsorships to their wedding day, to their birth announcements, to their children, to their bachelorette trips, like these moments. Like, I'm actually somewhat at a loss for words. Also, beyond that, I think that people's greed and obsession with money and brand deals and trying to make money from every single thing in our lives is destroying us from the inside out. And it really is that serious. And I think that, you know, in doing this and in pursuit of like trying to constantly one up each other and constantly be a viral moment and, you know, have all the best things, and we got to have these big goodie bags, and we've got to have the private jet, and we've got to have the big villa, and, you know, we've got to do this. You know, it's making us all sick. You know, we're sick of seeing it. It's making people miserable watching it and feeling like they have to live up to that, or they have to do that too. And their lives have to look similar to what they see online. And, you know, nobody can ever measure up. Not even the people that are showing this stuff. It's not real. None of it's real. None of it's relatable. So anyway, let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. And as always, subscribe if you're not subscribed already. Tons of videos coming very soon that you're going to want to be subscribed for. So subscribe, leave a like, and I will see you guys in my next video.